Have you ever felt like you're screaming into a void? You've written the affirmations. You've created the vision boards. You've visualized with every ounce of your being, trying to manifest a reality that feels just out of reach. Yet, the one thing you desire more than anything else remains elusive, almost as if the universe is deliberately withholding it from you. What if I told you this isn't a failure on your part? What if it's proof that the system is working perfectly? The profound and perhaps frustrating truth is that the very act of wanting, of desiring, is the energetic force that is pushing your dream away from you. You have been taught to ask, to pray, to hope, and to wait. But the universe doesn't operate on requests. It operates on resonance. Your state of wanting broadcasts a powerful, undeniable frequency into the quantum field, the frequency of absence. Every time you say, I want that new job, I hope for that relationship, I need more money, you are not declaring your future. You are cementing your present reality of not having it. The energy of desire is the energy of lack. This is the great paradox that keeps so many people trapped in a cycle of endless seeking and never finding. It's because you've been taught to treat the universe like a cosmic vending machine. You put in your coins of desire and hope, press the button for your chosen outcome, and then wait for it to be delivered. But the universe is not a vending machine. It is a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. So, how do you break this cycle? You must stop asking. You must stop waiting. You must stop wanting. Instead, you must become. This is the shift from desire to embodiment. This isn't about pretending or faking it until you make it. It is about a radical change in your state of being. An internal frequency shift so complete that the universe has no choice but to reflect a new reality back to you. The spiritual teacher Neville Goddard called this assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. I call it activating your God state. The God state is a state of being where your internal world is so coherent, so aligned with the reality you choose, that your body and subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between your inner vision and the external world. You no longer hope for it. You inhabit it. You no longer seek it. You are it. In this state, the wanting, the needing, the longing, it all dissolves. Why? Because you cannot want something you already have. The frequency of lack is replaced by the frequency of fulfillment. You are no longer a person asking for a miracle. You are the energetic signature of the miracle itself. And the mirror of the universe must, by law, show you your own reflection. The greatest obstacle to activating this state isn't a lack of willpower. It's your own subconscious programming. Neuroscience has shown that up to 95% of your thoughts, actions, and emotional reactions are driven by the subconscious mind. This is the part of you that has been recording every experience, every belief, every limitation since you were a child. For years, your subconscious has been running a program that says, I am not worthy, I am not enough, I do not have what I want. So while you consciously try to affirm abundance, your subconscious, the 95% powerhouse, is broadcasting a deafening frequency of lack. This creates an internal state of incoherence. Your mind is saying one thing, but your body, your very energy field, is saying another. The quantum field, the great mirror, doesn't listen to the 5% of your conscious words. It responds to the 95% of your energetic broadcast, your state of being. This is why you can say, I am wealthy 1,000 times. But if your body is vibrating with the anxiety of unpaid bills, the universe will only reflect more reasons for anxiety. The problem isn't your desire. It's your identity. You are trying to put a new sticker on an old box. To truly manifest, you must become a new box entirely. You must recondition the subconscious mind. So, how do you bypass the conscious mind's doubt and speak directly to the subconscious to install a new identity? The answer is simpler and more profound than you think. It is your breath. The breath is the master key, the bridge between your conscious intentions and your unconscious state of being. It's one of the few systems in your body that operates automatically but can be consciously controlled. This gives you a direct lever to pull to change your internal state in an instant. When you are stressed, anxious, or in a state of lack, your breathing becomes shallow and erratic. This sends a signal to your brain that you are in danger, activating the fight or flight response and reinforcing the emotional signature of scarcity. But when you consciously slow down your breathing, taking long, deep, coherent breaths, you send a new signal. You signal safety. You signal wholeness. You signal peace. This practice, known in neuroscience as creating heart-brain coherence, literally changes your physiology. It lowers cortisol, balances your nervous system, and shifts your brainwaves from high beta anxiety to alpha state creativity and receptivity. In this coherent state, your body's energetic field becomes a powerful, organized magnet. Your breath becomes the tool you use to tune your instrument, your body, from the frequency of lack to the frequency of fulfillment. You are no longer just thinking about a new reality. You are breathing it into your very cells. This process is a direct reflection of the most fundamental principle of quantum physics, the observer effect. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrated that at the subatomic level, particles exist as a wave of infinite possibilities until they are observed. The act of observation is what collapses the wave of potential into a single, concrete particle of reality. You are the observer of your life. The quantum field is the infinite wave of potential realities. A reality where you are wealthy, a reality where you are healthy, a reality where you are in a loving relationship. All these potentials exist simultaneously right now. So what determines which potential collapses into your physical experience? Your state of being, your frequency. When you are in a state of wanting, your energy is incoherent, split between the reality you have and the reality you desire. This fractured, messy signal collapses a fractured, messy reality. It reinforces the very absence you are trying to escape. But when you enter the God state, the state of embodiment, your energy becomes perfectly coherent. You are no longer an observer asking for a different reality. You become a powerful, coherent vibrational match to the reality you choose. You are broadcasting a single, clear, undeniable frequency into the field. This coherent observation is what commands the wave of potential to collapse into the specific reality that matches your state. This is not magic. It is physics. It is the law of resonance. To attract something, you must become its vibrational equivalent. You cannot tune your radio to 98.7 FM and expect to hear the station broadcasting on 105.1 FM. To hear the music of abundance, you must tune your own frequency to the frequency of abundance. And you do that by feeling, thinking, and being the person who is already living that reality. Now, let's make this practical. I want to give you a tool, a simple yet profoundly powerful ritual to begin embedding this new state of being into your very core. We will use the breath, and we will use the two most powerful words in the English language. I am. In spiritual traditions across the globe, from the Vedas to the Bible, the phrase I am is understood as the name of God, the creative principle of the universe. It is a declaration of being, not of wanting. When you say I want, you create separation. When you say I am, you declare unity. You claim your identity. This is the I am breathing ritual. Find a quiet space where you can sit upright for just a few minutes. Close your eyes. Begin to slow down your breathing. Now, as you inhale slowly and deeply through your nose, mentally say the word I. Feel the breath filling your lungs, your body, with the creative potential of that I. Then, as you exhale slowly and fully through your mouth, mentally say the word am. Feel that exhale dissolving all resistance, all doubt, all sense of lack. Inhale, I. Exhale, am. Continue this for 5 to 10 minutes. Do not try to force a feeling. Do not try to visualize a specific outcome. The purpose of this exercise is not to think about what you want. It is to change who you are. The I am declaration bypasses your analytical mind and speaks directly to your subconscious. You are not saying I am wealthy or I am healthy. You are simply returning to the core identity of pure being, the state from which all creation emerges. You are anchoring yourself in the God state. Practice this every morning before you look at your phone, and every night before you sleep. You are starting and ending your day by tuning your instrument to the frequency of fulfillment. As you begin this practice, your old programming will fight back. Doubt, fear, and impatience will surface. You might catch yourself looking at your bank account and feeling the familiar pang of lack. You might have a negative interaction and feel the old emotional patterns of frustration arise. This is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that the old identity is dying. These are its last attempts to stay in control. Your job is not to fight these feelings. Fighting them gives them energy. Your job is to observe them without judgment and gently, consistently return to the state of I am. When you feel doubt, take a conscious breath. Inhale I, exhale am. When you feel fear, return to the breath. Inhale I, exhale am. Each time you do this, you are choosing your new identity over your old programming. You are weakening old neural pathways and strengthening new ones. This is where the science of epigenetics comes in. Epigenetics shows that our environment and our perceptions of our environment can change the way our genes are expressed. Your internal state, your emotions, your beliefs, is the primary environment for your cells. By consistently cultivating the state of being that feels like fulfillment, you are sending new signals to your genes. You are literally telling your body, on a cellular level, to rebuild itself into the physical expression of a new reality. The old you, the one who was defined by lack and longing, begins to dissolve. The new you, the one who is the embodiment of their fulfilled desire, becomes your default state of being. The ultimate goal is to move from practicing this state to inhabiting it. The I am ritual is your training ground, but the game is played in every moment of your day. It's about catching yourself when you slip into the old story of lack and consciously choosing to shift back into the feeling of your wish already fulfilled. It's about asking yourself throughout the day, how would the person who already has everything I desire be thinking, feeling, and acting right now? Then, you act from that state. You make decisions from that state. You interact with others from that state. Manifestation ceases to be something you do and becomes who you are. The universe, the great mirror, flawlessly reflects this shift. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. The right people find you. Solutions to old problems become obvious. This isn't because you forced it to happen. It's because you became the person to whom these things happen naturally. You have stopped chasing butterflies and have instead become the garden they are irresistibly drawn to. So I ask you to stop. Stop the striving, the chasing, the wanting. Let go of the belief that you are separate from what you desire. Your past experiences of so-called failure were not failures at all. They were the universe perfectly and precisely reflecting your state of internal division. Now you have the key. You have the understanding. You are the creator. You are the observer who collapses reality. Choose the reality you wish to experience, not by asking for it, but by becoming it. Start now. In this very moment, close your eyes. Take a breath. Inhale. I exhale. Welcome home.